Dolly Rebecca Parton's story starts in a one-room cabin in Locust Ridge, Tennessee, on January 19th, 1946. Born the fourth of 12 children, Dolly's early life was defined by extreme poverty. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, worked tirelessly as a sharecropper and construction laborer, yet his efforts barely kept the family fed. Her mother, Avie Lee Parton, brought warmth and music into the home, filling their empty stomachs and chatting with song when food was scarce. Winters were bitter, and the cabin had no electricity or insulation, leaving the children huddled under thin quilts. Dolly's childhood was a mix of deprivation and resilience. She experienced humiliation from peers at school, endured harsh living conditions, and yet found solace and inspiration in music, which became the foundation for her creativity. Even amidst hardship, Dolly's spirit was quietly shaping into something extraordinary. Early lessons in hardship and resilience. Growing up in such scarcity instilled in Dolly a keen awareness of both poverty and human cruelty. At school, classmates mocked her handmade clothing and worn shoes, labeling her trash and excluding her from social circles. This early shame left a lasting imprint, teaching Dolly the harsh realities of life and the sting of judgment. Yet, these painful experiences cultivated resilience and determination. Music emerged as both escape and empowerment. Her mother's songs and her grandfather's gospel hymns became tools for self-expression and emotional survival. By age 7, Dolly was writing her own songs, and by 10, she was performing on local radio. The combination of hardship, observation, and talent forged a young girl who refused to be defined by circumstance. These early lessons in resilience would be the cornerstone of her career and life philosophy. Leaving home to chase a dream. By 1964, Dolly's determination propelled her to leave the mountains behind. Armed with only $20, a guitar, and unshakable faith in her talent, she boarded a Greyhound bus to Nashville, seeking the career she knew she deserved. This move was both brave and terrifying, representing a complete leap into the unknown. Life in the city was no easier than her childhood. Dolly lived in a cramped, short, roach-infested apartment and survived on meager food, often going hungry. She faced relentless rejection from music executives who mocked her voice, her appearance, and her accent. Each dismissal reinforced the insecurities planted during her childhood. Despite the constant setbacks, Dolly refused to quit. She took on odd jobs and wrote songs relentlessly, using the struggles of her past to fuel her creativity and determination. Nashville's harsh reality Nashville in the 1960s was a city of dreams and ruthless competition. For every hopeful singer, dozens of doors slammed shut, leaving heartbreak in their wake. Dolly encountered industry executives who ridiculed her high-pitched voice and rejected her songs, labeling her as too country or too unconventional. These early humiliations mirrored the shaming she experienced as a child, reinforcing a recurring message that she didn't belong. Yet Dolly persisted, navigating the music scene with grit, patience, and unwavering belief in her talent. She adapted, learned from every no, and maintained her artistic integrity. This period tested her endurance, but also solidified her commitment to her dreams, shaping the tenacity that would carry her through decades of fame and challenge. The breakthrough with Porter Wagoner. In 1967, fate introduced Dolly to Porter Wagoner, a rising country star with a television show seeking a co-host. Wagoner recognized Dolly's raw talent and offered her a platform on national television. This opportunity was transformative, granting Dolly exposure and a steady paycheck for the first time. However, it came at a price. Wagoner exerted strict control over her career, dictating song choices, wardrobe, and public image. While Dolly was grateful for the chance, she quickly realized she had entered a gilded cage. The partnership gave her visibility but stifled her creative voice, presenting the first major challenge of balancing success with autonomy. Her early professional life thus became a delicate dance of gratitude, strategy, and the fight to retain her artistic identity. Creative struggles and hidden strength. Under Wagner's control, Dolly faced profound creative suffocation. She was expected to conform to his vision, often sidelining her own songwriting instincts. Despite this, Dolly kept writing privately, pouring emotions and experiences into songs no one might ever hear. This period of clandestine creativity nurtured her voice and built the emotional depth that would later define her work. Among these compositions was the iconic "I Will Always Love You," a heartfelt farewell that symbolized both gratitude and liberation. Writing in secret allowed Dolly to survive a stifling environment while preparing for eventual independence. These struggles taught her the value of patience, strategic thinking, and maintaining inner strength in the face of external control. Breaking free and reclaiming her voice. By 1974, Dolly had mustered the courage to leave Porter Wagner, a decision fraught with financial and legal hurdles. She performed "I Will Always Love You" for Wagner, marking the emotional and symbolic act of reclaiming her career. Though she had to borrow money to buy out her contract, the act of independence was transformative. Dolly now had control over her music, image, and career direction. This pivotal moment underscored her unwavering determination to maintain artistic integrity and personal freedom. It was a testament to her courage and resilience, proving that success without autonomy was hollow. Her departure also set the stage for her to define her legacy on her own terms, reshaping the country music industry in the process. Triumph with iconic songs following her independence, Dolly released a series of songs that would cement her place in music history. "I Will Always Love You" became a #1 hit, resonating with audiences for its authenticity and emotional depth. She followed with Jolene in 1973, a masterclass in storytelling and vulnerability, and later, "Here You Come Again" in 1977, showcasing her versatility as she crossed into pop. In 1980, she released 9 to 5, a working-class anthem tied to the film of the same name in which she starred. Each release demonstrated Dolly's ability to translate personal experience and empathy into music that connected widely. These successes were not just artistic victories. They affirmed her right to define her career and showed the world that the girl from the mountains could dominate multiple genres. Building an empire beyond music, Dolly expanded her influence into business and philanthropy. In the early 1980s, she launched her own production company, gaining control over her recordings and earning financial independence. The move to own her masters was groundbreaking for a female country artist, establishing her as a shrewd entrepreneur. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park in Tennessee near her childhood home. Critics doubted the venture, but Dolly understood that her story and roots were the brand's power. Dollywood became a cultural and economic phenomenon, attracting millions of visitors annually. Dolly's vision transformed her personal journey into a legacy, blending entertainment, community, and storytelling, and proving that her influence extended far beyond music. Legacy, impact, and humanity, Dolly Parton's life is a testament to perseverance, talent, and unyielding resilience. She overcame poverty, humiliation, and creative suppression to become a global icon with a net worth exceeding $650 million. Despite her fame, she has never abandoned her roots or forgotten the hardships that shaped her. Her story reflects both personal triumph and universal lessons about determination, authenticity, and the power of art to transform lives. Beyond the rhinestones and accolades, Dolly remains deeply human, vulnerable, empathetic, and committed to giving back. Her legacy is defined not just by songs or business success, but by the courage to pursue her dreams, reclaim her voice, and inspire generations to rise above circumstance. Enduring spirit and timeless influence. Even after decades of stardom, Dolly Parton carries the lessons of her youth: humility, resilience, and the drive to create meaning from hardship. Her journey illustrates that fame and wealth cannot erase early scars, yet they provide tools to amplify one's impact. She continues to innovate, support others, and engage with fans in ways that honor her past. From the one-room cabin to global stages, her life story exemplifies that challenges can be transformed into catalysts for greatness. Dolly's enduring spirit serves as a reminder that true success is measured not only by material achievement, but by the ability to remain authentic, compassionate, and courageous in every chapter of life. Her influence is timeless, her story a masterclass in resilience and humanity.